Doing, guys? I hope you have been well. Well, this little video I thought I'd make for a bit of a Q&A because I get asked a lot of questions in the comments about cooking and about me and all those things in general, so I thought I'd just do one big video. So here goes. Okay, the first question I get asked all the time is, can you put this in cups or can you put this in tablespoons? The answer is no, and the reason why is that cups and tablespoons and measurements that aren't of a universal measurement change depending on which country you're in. So for example, in Australia, a cup is 250 mils or 250 grams. And then also depending on the type of thing that we're measuring, it can be heavier, it can be lighter. For example, flour is much heavier than, say, coconut, for example. So you've got to even it out, and the best way to do that is always with grams. Baking is like a science, so you've got to get your measurements precise or it just doesn't work. So that's why you might end up with a cake that's a bit too runny or a bit dry, is because your measurements need to be perfect. The next question I get asked is, do I have anyone else to help me make these videos on YouTube? No, I am a one-man band. I literally have a Canon D, an EOS 700D, that's what I film on. When I do vlogging, if I ever do it, I'm using a Canon G7X. I have a tripod, I have a light that's over there, which is melting me because it's 30 degrees today, that's in Celsius, and I'm sweating like crazy. I use iMovie on a MacBook Pro, and I upload. The animations that you see in my videos, I use a website called Fiverr where I pay someone to do it and get the results that I want. So that's how I do YouTube. How long does it take me to make a video? Well, depending on how long the video is, I try and say, if it's a 5-minute video, it's taking me 5 hours of work. I don't try and do a video from like start to finish in one day. I'll try and do filming lots of cooking in one day, and then I spread it out and put all the bits and pieces in as I go. I do have a full-time job, so it's very hard for me just to drop everything and make a video, which I'd love to do. There are some days when I'd wake up and go, I'd love to make that today. Can't do it, gotta go to work, gotta pay the bills. So that's how I make my YouTube videos. So yeah, generally if it's a 5-minute video, 5 hours, 3-minute video, 3 hours of work. The other one is, where does my passion for cooking come from? So I've always been interested in cooking. I think it's something that's always sort of been in my family. I remember always going to my grandma's house, and she would also make things like, if we wanted to make pizza, if we wanted to make cookies, she'd always do it for us. And my brother actually is a chef, so he was sort of more influenced, but for him it's his job. Myself personally, I have a job that's in retailing, but I don't actually work with customers. That's all I can tell you. I'm sworn to secrecy, and if I have to tell you, I will kill you. So for me, doing cooking is an outlet, and I thought, well, I want to share this with other people. I'm passionate about it. I've been making YouTube videos for a while, which wasn't really working out. So I thought, why not show you how to make things? And here we are. Where do I live? I live in Brisbane, Australia. It is currently summer. It is currently ridiculous hot. So making YouTube videos is a little bit tricky. I always try to make them in the mornings when it's not as humid. It's very humid here. So I try and do that, and I try and do as many videos as I can in one day. And then obviously, yeah, like I discussed, split them up and send. The last question I got was from my Twitter, and it's from Anthony, who is CaptainFizman, who is a Lebanese YouTube creator. This is his Twitter. Go follow Anthony. He's very inspirational to me because, you know, at that age I would never think of doing what he did. He did some fantastic little videos for SBS, which is the Special Broadcasting Corporation, which is like our multicultural video. I'm like melting. Look at this. This is crazy. This is what it's like. Look at the thing I do for you people. Which is like our PBS exemplar. So I'm very proud of him. He's pretty cool. But he asked me, how do I stay nice and humble? So I think I stay humble because recipes don't always work, and it's okay. I try and learn from that, and I'll do it again. I think you've also got to understand that you are a very small fish in a very large pond, and whatever you can do to make someone's day a little bit better, that's always good. And also, don't be afraid to say something if you don't agree with something. I think it doesn't hurt to have an opinion, but I also think it's you've got to be smart enough to put your opinion forward. One of the people I love to watch on YouTube, I watch every day religiously, is Philip DeFranco. I think he is amazing. He's been making videos since whatever, but he's always very humble and, you know, sees two sides of the story and always asks, what do you think? And I think that's part of being engaging and being nice and also being humble. Be smart enough to go, you know what, maybe I was wrong, but I'm also allowed to say what I'm also allowed to say, and maybe you can be sharing as well. I am melting like crazy. Look at this. Things I do for YouTube videos. So there you have it, guys. If you also have any more questions and you want to ask, feel free to put them in the comments below. I'll try and answer them for you, and I'll see you all next time I upload. Of course, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. That lets me know if you like it. And of course, subscribe. My next goal is 5,000 subscribers. Just under the 200 to go. So if you want to help me out, hit subscribe. I make videos the dessert nature anyone can make. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.